A train reactor spitting fire. The NFT analyzer, diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From your meme coins to tokens, he's got all the intel. Web3 wizardry to show you where to excel. He's got the insights like a digital magician, unveiling secrets of the blockchain with
Yo.
precision.
Hey, good GMs, guys. Good morning. Happy Thursday. It is March 20th, day after FOMC, day after no goddamn rate cuts, man, which is fine. We knew that's what was coming. We knew that's exactly what was coming here. Zep, good morning, man. Drop King GMs, Volatility, good morning. Great seeing you boys on Abstract Cats, and there's a few others. There's a few other lurkers I see out there. Appreciate you joining this morning wherever the hell you're watching. But of course, we're streaming over on Abstract, and we're on X, and we're on YouTube. And man, over on YouTube, gotta subscribe over there. I keep giving the heads up, but channel name change is coming. And if you're not subscribed, you're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss the live shows and you know your catch ups. You're not gonna see them most likely. So definitely subscribe. I don't want you to miss this shit. There's a lot coming, a lot cooking, and I'll be being real honest. Proud of us being early on damn near everything. And I don't want you to lose that. So, of course, subscribe over on SlamX Official. Follow us on X also. That's CryptoSlam.io. So much going on in the Slam AI ecosystem. And a lot of that, I can tell you maybe the core part of that will impact CryptoSlam, the website, what CryptoSlam is. And, God, that is the thing I'm most excited about of anything. So follow CryptoSlam.io. So you hear and see what's coming here really, really, really soon. Pumped for that, man. My goodness. Slam AI _XYZ. Keep up with the broader Slam AI ecosystem. And then, of course, our flagship AI agent. That is the Swarm. Follow it, the Swarm _AI. Murray GM's brother. Quick peek at the Swarm chart. Looking fine. It's a stable coin, at least in the past 24 hours. 1.2 mil market cap. Down just 0.23%. Dude, I went deep in AI yesterday. You guys, you remember when you first got into crypto, and let's say even NFTs, and you would spend all your free time reading, and it's complicated, and there's like terms you don't know, and you read something that sounds cool, and you're just trying to learn everything about it because you need to know where does that fit in? Like, what's the perspective here? I've been researching a lot about AI, and dude, yesterday as I was reading, we had basically, they call it like the Super Bowl of AI. Over the past few days, it was at, NVIDIA's GDC. It's GPU, god damn it, what is it? GTC, Technical Conference. Call it the Super Bowl of AI. It's like the biggest companies in the world in the tech industry revealing like updates about AI plans, whatever. I'm reading it all and it's clicking. It's all starting to make sense in the way that when crypto started making sense, it was like, oh my God, I get that. That's a big deal. So that's happening. At the same time, there's so much I don't understand, and it takes more reading, and you just get deeper in that rabbit hole. But dude, there is so much happening on the AI front that I'm still like, I continue to be blown away by how quick things are changing, and more like we talk about jobs going away. We know that, right? I know everybody knows that. And it's just the craziest thing when I know that's coming, and still I see something happening that like it's like a bat over the head of like just how hard it's going to hit and how obvious it's going to be and like how much things are going to change. And these updates coming, I've already been convinced of that change, but man, it's coming so soon. Jobs are going away, man. It's scary to a degree too. But interesting thing from NVIDIA during that conference was how a year ago the world had it wrong as far as kind of the direction AI was going. As far as there was a thought that AI was kind of slowing down. Hang on, volatility. Kit Protocol had an AI competition with autonomous AI agents. Interesting. I gotta check that out. That's cool. The world kind of thought AI was like slowing down in its progression. Kind of like picture our smartphones, and they got fucking awesome. And then they started kind of throttling back, right? There's only so much you can do. People thought that was going to happen with AI, and it didn't. They got it wrong. And what they got wrong is like the way AI is trained and how it reasons. And the biggest thing they got wrong is it takes like 100 times more compute and processing power than they had projected, man. They misjudged it. NVIDIA and like everybody misjudged it. And so what it really was, and I don't mean to get so deep into AI right here, but you can tell I'm kind of passionate about it. The AI went from these models that like learning models, you train them on huge sets of data, right? And you train and train more data, the smarter they are. And it shifted from that to predictive. And so you train them, sure, on tons of data, sure. But the AI then go and they use that data along with other resources out there to predict the answer. And again, the world misjudged what way that was going. And so NVIDIA now saying, man, it's growing way faster than we thought. It's not slowing down. It's just growing faster, getting smarter, accelerating. And God, dude, it's gonna be spicy. Zep, can you DM me on X? Do you mind DMing me on X? Because I'd like to take a peek and see what specifically is going on there. As far as I know right now, airdrop is done, but I want to check. I want to check for you, man. FOMC, big day. Done with AI, I promise. We'll do AI on the AI show, but it's a big week for AI. Just had to do it. FOMC, no rate cuts. No hikes either. Nobody was expecting really a hike, although, like I said, expect the unexpected. But no cuts. Probably was priced in. Maybe the most interesting. I don't think it was super revealing either way. I don't think there was a ton that we didn't expect. Maybe got a little more concrete dates on certain things, like maybe getting a feel for the end of quantitative tightening, maybe. But FOMC sees growth slowing down or going lower. They also see inflation going higher, very specifically because of tariffs. Very specifically because of tariffs. And I know Trump thinks the exact same thing. It's why Trump is pushing for rate cuts. He's trying to, you know what? What is Trump trying to do? It's the wildest thing right here. As I've learned a lot because of you guys and Gravity, I got to shout out. Oh, and Christian Jensen in particular. If inflation's going up, you don't combat it with rate cuts. Trump's got something else up his sleeve here for sure. We're on a fast track to some pretty strange times here. Powell not worried about unemployment here. Thoughts that we're getting 2 rate cuts this year. That was maybe priced in already. Some were hoping we'd get maybe 3 cuts this year. It's a lot of unknowns. Like I said, we didn't learn a lot from the FOMC other than it looks like there's kind of a line and maybe a little tug of war, Trump and Powell. But Marty Party sharing his thoughts here, feeling that the Fed's declared stagnation. He thinks stimulus is coming. Stimulus meaning, maybe that's quantitative easing. Maybe that's just government getting a little spendy. But latest by October, I think the fall is pretty spicy here. But maybe even sooner, maybe July, maybe an emergency meeting. If inflation is looking a certain kind of way, if the economy needs a stimulus, maybe we get something earlier, as early as May. Maybe. I don't know why he picks May, by the way. Again, I'm not an expert with this. But either way, that feels like it's coming. Market behaving as Wizard of Soho is saying it typically does. Last 4 FOMC's market moves up, as we've been seeing. You'll see in a second here. Powell comes, pumps us to resistance. We're kind of there now. I've not looked at levels here. If maybe we're directly at resistance here. Everyone thinks maybe we're back, and then boom, we dump. Kind of expecting that happens here. I see no reason for it to not do that. I see no reason for that. But Marty's saying quantitative tightening, the end of it starts April 1st. Let's see if we got any direct comments in here. I'm not reading that. I believe him. I trust Marty. Slowing quantitative tightening starting in April. No, he's saying they slow the tightening. It's not directly easing. but it's slowing the tightening. I think there's a figure of what, 5 billion monthly. I'm pulling this out my ass, something like that. Either way, thoughts that market conditions start improving a little bit here going forward, starting April 1st. Tariffs on the 2nd, though. That's the biggest concern here. But here's Trump saying the Fed would be better off cutting rates here as tariffs start to transition into the economy, do the right thing. Again, this is where I'm having trouble like reconciling what this is going to look like. Tariffs are supposed to drive inflation up. Lowering rates again. I'm not understanding where he's going with this. I'm not I want it. I want rate cuts. But then your guys out there who trade a little different than us doing what they do. Here's another big short that's opened up. 40x leverage trade opened on a $27.5 million position here. Liquidation price $85K, $85.5. And so where are we at now? Oh, dude, we're really close. I don't know if that position's still open, but we're really close. You see Bitcoin here right at 85K. ETH was so nice seeing it over 2,000. Not there anymore, 1,900. Was nice for a minute. Here's Solana 130. Who else do we need to check daily? You know, Ripple, of course. I got them. Little clickbaity thumbnail. Not really. It's a huge headline. So I got to at least mention Ripple. 249 here, up 2.2%. The SEC's war against Ripple, done. That's a beautiful thing. That is one of those things that's really been holding us back, guys. We'll touch more on that in a quick moment. Looking at the ETFs, 11.8 mil in the Bitcoin ETFs. That's inflows yesterday. On the ETH side, 11.7 mil in outflows. We have Solana ETFs coming. Officially, they're coming very soon. Maybe it was today. Do we have a date here? This is not spot, by the way. These are futures. I think it's imminent. It might be today. Oh, yeah, it is today. Yeah, there we go. First ever Solana ETFs today. This is a tweet from yesterday. Huge. Spot comes next. Spot probably comes pretty darn soon at this point. Huge. Huge for Solana. And I'm excited to have another ETF to start looking at daily here. About Solana, again, I like to highlight Marty Party, but it kind of called this. The market manipulation. Binance, I'm assuming he's correct about this too, guys. I just am. But 50% pullback on Sol. Accumulation now. He thinks we're on, and I like this. Hey, I'll take anything bullish out there, but we're on our path back to those, that spicy part of the market. Sol on its way back up into the 300s now, which would be pretty great. But dude, it's maybe the biggest reason I'm bullish on things is this change at the SEC. Still waiting for them to be done with the cyberkongs and that litigation too, right? That's got to be coming. But there's been a big change. I'm with Nate here. It makes you really wonder. Like, I wish I were a fly on the wall there at the SEC. In Washington, and what do those meetings sound like? How were they talking about crypto? Like, it was so extreme over the past 4 years, especially. How coordinated and calculated, and what was the end goal, right? It's crazy to think how quickly things have changed, how quickly they've been able to unravel this pile of shit they've left crypto in for years. It makes me wonder how, I don't know if dirty is the right word, guys, but to me it is. It feels like it's a bigger deal than we may even realize, too. Brad Garlinghouse, this is the CEO of Ripple. We showed this yesterday. We didn't play the clip. I want to play some of it, but talking about their victory over the SEC, it's huge. It's so good for crypto. These are the kind of things that have that, an impact on the rest of the space. For builders, this is a win for all of crypto, for NFTs, for any sector of crypto. It's a win.
Many of you know, just over 4 years ago, the United States SEC filed its lawsuit against Ripple. I'm finally able to announce that this case has ended.
So cool.
It's over. Sitting here today and reflecting on 4 years ago, it seems very clear to me that this case was doomed from the start. In so many ways, it was the first major shot fired in the war on crypto. I truly felt like I knew then that Ripple was not only on the right side of the law, but I felt that we were also going to be proven to be on the right side of history.
They won so many times.
I think sends an ominous sign.
And by the way, what happened is there was an appeal by the SEC They rescinded that. But like Ripple kept winning in the courtroom, and the SEC wouldn't let it go. The victory is the SEC is letting it go now.
For innovation around cryptocurrency in the United States, picking winners in general has not been something the U.S. government should be in the business of doing.
I think the judge realizes this is not just about Ripple. This will have broader implications.
As Mary Jo White, the former head of the SEC, has said publicly that she views this as a dead wrong, and the SEC is dead wrong on this decision.
Ripple is the first company with the resources, determination, and grit.
All right, cool. We're not listening to all of it. Either way, you guys get it. It's a big deal. Again, way more impactful than just one crypto company. I saw some funny tweets out there, though. Just gonna be honest, Mike, good morning. Saw funny tweets saying, like, if your crypto or blockchain or whatever has a CEO, is it really, like, decentralized? I gotta say, man, I don't think people care. I think it's really obvious people don't care about if something's decentralized. We got decentralized products. We got other things that are not. I don't think people care. It's maybe it's like a rallying cry at points, but people don't care. Now, it's such a great story. GG's, like, huge win for the industry and Ripple especially. You XRP holders, man, the Ripple army. GG's to you guys especially, man. All right, we got that digital asset summit going on, put on by Blockworks. We've been covering this a couple times this week. Donald Trump is speaking at that. That is today, and that will be live streamed. So depending on the time, I'm pretty sure it's live streamed. Depending on the time, I would love to hop on and stream that, watch that with you guys. What is he going to say? First time, look, we had Trump speak at the Bitcoin conference. So that happened. So it's not a first with that, but it's the first time a sitting president addresses a crypto conference. This, it is a milestone moment. It's a big one, too. Decentralized is, volatility says decentralized is overrated. And, like, it depends on the thing. But, yeah, man, nothing in this space is a one-size-fits-all thing. And, man, you got to remember, if everything is coming on chain, maybe, yeah, decentralization isn't the right, like structure for this specific thing. Maybe it's perfect for this one. It's a disaster for, it's like, man, yeah. I think we need to not be pigeonholed into very specific ideas and ways things have to be. If everything's going to be here, we're going to see all flavors of this tech. It's, yeah. Man. Trump speaking at that summit today. So, again, a lot of thoughts about what he'll speak on. This is Ryan Rasmussen. Oh, Rasmussen. Okay. Thinking maybe a victory lap, right? Talking about firing Gensler, strategic Bitcoin reserve, all that awesome stuff. Maybe, probably that. Yeah, probably that. Maybe he'll announce specific plans to buy more Bitcoin. I did see some news out there saying some think that a plan to buy Bitcoin will actually pass. Maybe an announcement that we've already bought Bitcoin. Now, that would be spicy. That would send this market. Either one of these, either of these two might actually cook. Might. I hope so. But, man, I hope this is true. This is Eleanor Terrett. Who is she? Oh, host of Crypto America. Okay, hey, cats, our boys, Nifty and Biggie, right? They got their awesome podcast spaces over on Say. Our bros over there. Let me make sure this is the person I'm thinking of. I'm pretty damn sure it is. Shout out to Q and Biggie, who I think tune into here. I don't know how regularly. I think maybe regularly. A shout out to those guys. She hosts, Crypto America. They launched a new podcast that's on Say, which is so, this is them. So weird. It's so fucking weird. I'm sorry. It's total sidebar here. What are they doing on Say? I'm sorry. I mean, I feel protective over my boys, That's it. It's like these big names, and feels like maybe money coming in and throwing elbows and pushing out. Not pushing out, but you get it. It's like some it's a different kind of competition. I know, man. I love those guys. So I don't know how they feel about this, somebody coming right in and becoming the, like, crypto show on Say, and I guarantee they don't know near as much as our boys do. But anyway, Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong because apparently she knows that Trump is got a big announcement today. Plans for next steps in policy here, and Trump announces it today. Maybe. I think we're past the point where this moves the market unless it's something tangible, right? Like he'll talk, I'm thinking pretty vaguely about, hey, we want to buy X number of crypto. Like he'll basically repeat Cynthia Loomis's plan, right? Million Bitcoin. Right, 200K a year for 5 years. I think he'll just say that. I don't think he'll have anything more tangible. That's enough, by the way. But I think that's what he'll probably mention today. Let's see if we can find out what time that is. Oh, Sailor's speaking too, guys. So it's you got some heavy hitters. You got some heavy hitters speaking today at this. It is live now, actually. Let's see if we got a time that Trump will be on here. Yeah, I do want to catch that. All right, let me see. You know what? Let's peek in. Let's see what they're talking about now. The fact that it is live is cool.
We'll have made strides by 2030 around things like interoperability, seamless flow of financial assets across blockchain networks, security, user safety, and so forth.
A quick follow-up to that. Interesting that you say that tokenization will contribute to global
So
GDP.
let's see. Trump.
How specifically do you see that happening? Like from which use case?
Yeah. So ultimately, if I think about
it's
blockchain
this
technology
morning,
and
guys.
Financial markets.
What
is this about?
It's at 10:40 a.m. Eastern time. So will we be? No, darn, dude. Okay, we won't be live. I'll be in a meeting. It'll be like right after we end the stream with J Squiggle. So we'll miss it unless. Okay, hang on. Hang on. We got a shot. Hang on. I'm checking my calendar. Sometimes we axe our morning stand up. If that gets canceled, I'm gonna keep my eye on that. If we cancel our stand up this morning, we'll keep going live. And we're going to stream that. Maybe I'll skip it anyways. Pasquin, if you're watching, dude, I can skip today, right? Dude, I can skip today, right? Cover the Trump speech live. Seems okay. Man, seems fine. You don't need me. We'll check back in on this. We'll see. I would love to stream that live. Anyway, she can go bye-bye, respectfully. We'll see. Trump, more Trumpy news, man. Trump media. Trump media executives launching a new this is not what I thought. I thought this was a super PAC. It's not. It's a I'm going to cheat. I got notes. I do my prep and I've got notes for the show. Hang on. An SPAC, a special purpose acquisition company. Okay, so basically they raise funds to not invest in a company, but to like acquire or like merge with a company. And they're looking for companies in the crypto sector, defense sectors. I don't know if that's crypto defense, like security, but crypto, they're looking to like acquire crypto companies. Spicy. Those guys, I mean, you know that idea of like just copy trading like Nancy Pelosi and some of these other scumbags, right? Copy trade them. They know what's coming. You do what they do, you're probably going to do well. It's the same thing here, man. Like, who is more connected and plugged into like policy and what way things are going? Who's more plugged in than Donald Trump himself and the teams and businesses around him? Like, right? It's very clear where things are going and the kind of money that's in that. You just buy crypto. Right? That's it. Just buy crypto. It is that easy. And then final crypto update here. It's probably not true. It's probably not the last update. But Kraken is acquiring NinjaTrader for $1.5 billion. They're a leading U.S. retail futures trading platform. Thought I had them up, but I don't. I do. I did it. There's NinjaTrader. Never used it, but whatever. I like seeing growth. And that's Kraken growth in the United States here. Pretty cool. The ECB executive board, a board member saying the digital euro would curtail the risk that domestic currency stablecoins might gain a significant share in the domestic payment system. But TLDR, they're scared about stablecoins. They're scared about stablecoins, guys. This is the European Central Bank, right? Stable coins would be highly disruptive for the banking system and credit intermediation. They're scared, guys. They're scared about crypto, dude. Drop King, I definitely am holding. I'm not selling those anytime soon. It's not even in my mind to sell. I'm really bullish on them. Really bullish on Good Vibes Club. Well, we're going to talk about them, believe it or not. In fact, when Jay Squiggle comes on, we're going to talk to you. We chatted. He had DM'd and he's like, I missed it. I fucked up. Yeah, I'm holding my Good Vibes Club. I am going to try to get more. I'd probably even open to trading a couple of mines. I don't want to have less than I have now. I would like to have another one that I like really vibe with, but man, I'm so bullish on Good Vibes Club. I still think they are the most pure. I think they're the best NFT we've seen since the old days, in that spirit too. I think they're incredible. Oh, dude, you got one, Drop King. Good shit. Dude, on X, send me a picture of the one you got. I think they're amazing. And prices pulled back, which is amazing. I was telling Cats, though, Heidi's, good morning, man. I was telling Cats this morning, there's a little vibe in the Discord I don't love right now. And I get it. It comes with the territory. 60 people, and no shit, dude. I kept watching E-Rock. I was watching, and I hadn't seen the VCs. Dude, I don't want to miss those. They're so good. It's such a good group. Okay, I told Cats, okay, price pulls back. Everybody starts talking floor, and I don't love that. That, to me, is not the vibe. But here's the thing. I get it. I get it. You got the core guys who get the NFT stuff, like at a different level. You get it. To me, the vibes are about understanding price is going to come down, and sometimes even a lot. Like, the vibe is understanding that, and it doesn't matter because that is part of why we're here, but it's not the biggest reason or the core reason that we're here in an NFT. We're there because we happen to really like it. We happen to really like being part of a club or community with these other people. The end, that's the vibe right there. So when, like, the chat is dominated, at least like good chunks of the day, by what's going on, the floor is this, we're going to be, you know what, I get that stuff. What I don't like, this might sound stupid, I don't like the talk of, hey, we're going to be in ETH in like a week. Like, there's a time for price predictions, but like, that's not vibey to me. Who knows where it'll be, but the vibe is being there regardless and knowing that the market is the market. And it feels like this community is going to be there regardless of the market. I love it. I think it's a really, really special community. 60 people. Man, that's the biggest one yet. I missed it. I literally was watching, dude, E-Rock, the other night, I had mentioned here, but I was sitting in VC, didn't chat at all. Because, like, I'll chat if I'm here at my desk, but I had on in my AirPods, earbud. What the fuck? I'm such a boomer. God damn. And I just listened. I just listened to everybody talking. I didn't talk at all. I just listened. It was so, I love it. I love the vibe there. You know what? Let's move so I can get back to Good Vibes Club here. Looking at the NFT market, sales in Good Vibes Club still looking great, by the way. 13.6 million cross-chain sales. Sellers down, buyers down, transactions up. Average sale price up slightly. Trade profits. Damn, dude. Back over $1 million in the negative here. 1.3 mil. Monologue for like an hour. Who, you? Dude, there's some chatty people there, and they're all really smart, really good people. Like, just a fan of everybody I've met through there already. Like, really, really good people. Really, really, like, quality people. Sorry, guys. I'll clue you in a little bit. There's a lot of people talking right now about Taproot Wizards. There's a lot of people like Anon was there. Okay, cool. That Anon's great. I didn't. Okay, being very honest, I don't know if I loved Anon before. I didn't. That's not to say I disliked him. I didn't know him. I thought he's just the typical NFT whale. Probably maybe hurts floors. I didn't know if he's like good collector or if he's like guy who comes in and can wreck you. Maybe everybody has that in them, and if you trade NFTs, that's just the nature of it too. But the more I listen to him talk, I like Anon a lot. He's a cool dude. Okay, so behind the scenes, a lot of people talking Taproot Wizards. A lot of people really bullish on Taproot Wizards. That's it. There's it's a lot of Taproot Wizards talk, very bullish talk. That's all I can say there. We'll touch on them too here. Top collection in the past 24 hours is Courtyard. Wow, dude, they must have had a big pack sale. 3.8 mil in sales. Good Lord. I almost want, well, I do want to go dig and see. I wonder what happened there. It's really good. By the way, take note of those top 3 collections. Super fucking interesting. There's something about them that links them all. Dude, who knows? I'll circle back after I get through the top 10. Who knows what those 3 have in common? D-Market behind them, then Panini. Cool. Love Panini. Guild of Guardian Heroes, Quantum Cats, Good Vibes Club. These are my 2 favorite of the past few years. It's those 2. Love seeing them together like that. Good Vibes Club, Guardian Avatars, Paradise, Money Laundering, BRC 20s. Ugh. I mean, not ugh. I like them. It doesn't belong. Well, it does belong. Whatever. It does. It's not for now. The Money Laundering collection. Let's just shout out a couple of these. SMB and Mad Lads. This also, I think, is laundering. What do those 3 collections have in common, guys? It is something, and it does matter a whole hell of a lot. Top sales in the past 24 hours. It's a Punk on top here. That's Punk 6801, selling for 48 ETH, $98,000. I think some scammy, dirty laundering in the next 3. What else we got? Some Bored Apes. Okay, their biggest sale here in the past 24 hours is not. It's not on here, because it didn't trade on chain. It wasn't like a on chain sale. Oh, hang on. Nope, it's not on chain. Hang on, it's pretty nice. I am also looking for the Good Vibes. Hang on, where's our GVCs that sold? Hang on a second here. We had 2 big Good Vibes sales. I will ping the team. We had 2 monster GVC sales that should be on here. Would be in the top 10 for sure, both of them. What one of them top 10? The other almost there. Yeah, there should be 2 others. I'm going to ask the team about that. You know? Yeah. De Yank, good morning, brother. Ain't on Wheat, that Bored Ape Tobias one, dude. We're showing that. What a gangster, dude. All right, I'm just gonna say it. Top 3. Look, this doesn't matter. I just like to give a little color here. Those 3 have in common the fact that they appeal to people outside of Web3. The end. That's it, and that makes them special. And I'll tell you, man, doesn't matter if it's a bull or bear market. You see these guys top 10. Again, because they have an appeal outside of crypto. Courtyard is tokenized cards, Pokemon, sports cards, right? I think Magic the Gathering at some point they'll have here. Physical cards that are in a Brinks vault. It's so fucking cool. D-Market is Counter-Strike gaming skins and Dota and Team Fortress and Rust gaming skins traded on chain. And Panini is like very, very OG sports cards, collectibles. Awesome shit. Those 3, again, their audience is none of us for the most part. It's people way outside crypto. Pretty cool. Panini, again, they got crypto guys in there for sure. Courtyard, too. You're right. D-Market, I think it's almost entirely non-NFT bros, non-crypto bros. Oh, De Yank, good shit, dude. Congrats to you, man. Got that whitelist. Dude, Taproot Wizards are going to cook. They're going to cook. I'm just hearing... What I'm hearing isn't anything specific. It's just people getting excited saying, I need more whitelists. It's just people are sensing that there are buyers. You know, like the thing they say, nobody wants a Taproot Wizard. People know that there's a lot of people that want one. We'll get to that here. This was really your biggest sale yesterday. And it was a bundle of 4 of the rarest mutant apes in the entire MAYC collection here. Deathbot, Radioactive, Noise, and Gold. Is that their official names, or is that just like in Good Vibes Club, we give names to our vibes? I need to name mine. Is that the same here, or do they have official names? And I'll tell you, man, I don't mean to be fuddy. And so this isn't FUD. But, like, this does nothing for me. It doesn't, and it's not for me. Like, who fucking cares? But, like, this would be super splashy to me back in the day. Now I look at it, I'm like, was that a good investment? And then I can say at the same time, maybe it's not an investment. This is a collector. And there's collectors out there. That's the best part of this space. Collecting because you love a thing. The end. The end. Sassel, what's the segment on abstract? What you doing? Oh, they're great looking. Again, these are rare. These are mega mutants. Those are the rarest in the collection. And going to a collector who is a collector of grails. So big sale, speculation that was, at least from Cyrus, maybe $2 million for the set of 4. Big sale. I at least got to point that out. It just it speaks to how different the times are. And maybe, like, I think this live. You see my thought process live. I'm saying it doesn't move the needle for me, and I question, like, is it worth it? And then I'm just starting to think Good Vibes Club. And man, fucking beautiful. What if we're just getting back to good old collecting because you love it? The end. Like, yeah, I hope it goes up, but I don't, you know what it is? You hope you don't lose everything, but like, you're collecting because you got it. You got it. You waste enough on enough other stuff, but I love it. I want it. If it goes up, I hope it does, but great. It's pretty cool. Oh, dude, Saucy's on the a mod on the Abstract Discord. Cool shit, dude. Didn't know. I didn't know. Well, welcome, dude. Van Eck EU project. Where is that? Where is that? I'm trying to remember what I read or learned about that. Something I got to dig into. But dude, welcome. I've seen you in here, I think, before. Cool shit. Love Abstract, obviously. Fucking obviously. All right, we're getting to GVC here in a second. We do have an Abstract update here today, too. But guys, Doodles. Doodles, oh man, I love it because everybody's drawing this parallel between Doodles and Good Vibes Club. I'll tell you, I didn't really see it. I get there's some obvious stuff. I get why people link them. Got to tell you, I'm kind of drawing those parallels myself now. It's not a bad thing, by the way. But here's Doodles, here's Burnt Toast specifically, saying they got some news coming, man. Prior to their Dude TGE, which has got to be coming soon. But they'll be sharing a white paper here, what they've been building, how it's tied together. I wonder what they're doing, man. I wonder what these guys are doing. I think it's not nothing. You know what I mean? In fact, when they put out Doodle Studio and they put out their animation, which I loved, I think they're like on the cusp of something awesome. And I want to remind people, when these Web3 companies are doing stuff, it doesn't have to be like revolutionary, right? It just can be a kind of a new way to do stuff, like a twist on it, like a new structure. Like sometimes this stuff happens in the reactions, so what? But I want to remind people, like, part of it is just getting them out there in this new structure, the way we share through even a token. Get it out there. You know, the rails are there, and then you see how big can you scale it from there. So I can't wait to see what they drop, and if they've got some cool new model for content. We'll see with the changes there. I'm curious what they're going to do, right? Their old, is it the CEO out? Burnt Toast, they're top dog now. I'm really, really curious what this change means for the Doodles. I think we're going to find out soon. Are they timing the market, right? Are they waiting to drop Dude with the market picking back up? Maybe. We shall see. All right, Taproot Wizards. Telling you, people, there's a vibe out there about Taproot Wizards. Okay. The date and time passed to entangle your cat. I hope you guys got it in. If you had the 2 cats, I hope you got it in. E-Rock, your little pudgy sold. Yeah, dude, that probably means it's a good trade. E-Rock saying his little pudgy sold, forgot he had it listed, and he's not sure how he feels about it. That's the thing, man. That's the thing. Okay. If you have that kind of feeling, that conflicted kind of whatever, it usually means it's a good trade. Like somebody told me and it stuck with me. Your best trades or the right trades are the ones you're not totally happy with. That's it. And so I've learned to recognize that feeling, and I know that feeling. You know, I've learned that feeling. When you feel it, it's like, okay, it's probably the right thing. It probably was, man. But maybe you get to go shopping for a little again. So I don't know. But GG's to you, man. You at least get to make some decisions here. All right. So Taproot Wizard, date, time, pass to entangle your cats. Done. If you didn't do it, done. No chance now. So your next hope is maybe that you got in there. What is it? The Wizard whitelist. We'll show what that is exactly. But you got that. You got an option at a public sale, hopefully. They got a lot of entries, man. They got a lot of entries, and they don't have a lot of Wizards going on sale. So in total, 1,750 Taproot Wizards on sale. This is coming up, by the way. We've got the date next Tuesday. This is like 5 days off. Man, this mint's going to cook. It is going to cook. I will do price predictions in a minute. 100 are being given away to for free to team members and people close to the team and the community. It's really community stuff. Wizard School graduates. So I think there's people who have done all the quests and did them at an excellent level. Some of them are getting free wizards. We've seen some given away on X, right? Somebody who did that tweeting every day for 365 days, the replies, free wizard. If you had a gold cape on your Quantum Cat, you get a free wizard. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's rewarding. I like Hudah. 100 being given away for free. 200 staying with the Taproot Wizards team. That's, picture. How much money is that? Hang on. Let me do some math. I can't do it in my head, so hang on. We're going to do, I'm assuming, okay, price prediction here. I'm assuming these are going to get to 0.3 easily. Easily. I think these honestly might surprise people. If Bitcoin stays, if the market starts moving, cooking, whatever, I think we don't be surprised to see these at 0.5. I wouldn't be shocked by that at all. But let me do a little calculation at 0.3. Let's say about 25 grand. I still can't even do that math in my head. 200 times 25,000. That's $5 million at a 0.3 floor at today's price of Bitcoin. So, dude, you start getting into Bitcoin and the numbers and the unit bias and shit. It's wild. It's wild how much money we're talking about. And yeah, guys, people are going to spend it. People are definitely going to spend it, man. Okay. So what else here? 825 are claimed by entangled cats. So again, you have a dead cat and a live cat. If you did it in time, you get a spot and you get it at a discount. You get it for 0.1. Man, you can't beat that. Can't beat that. Henry and I are going in together, right? So we're each putting up 0.05. We're going to share the Taproot Wizard. And look, we'll wait for the mint and we're going to see what we do with it, right? If we get a rare one, I don't know. Maybe we flip it and we take a big win. If we sense this thing really cooking over time, and you know my thoughts, I'll share that again too. Maybe we hold it for the long haul. I don't know, man, but I keep hearing this chatter. People reaching out, trying to find more whitelist spots. I'm hearing people selling their spots. I might sell mine. So hang on, we'll show. You go on their website and you connect your wallet. You see if you want a whitelist spot from doing the quests. I did. I won one. I'm like proud of it. It was a lot of work. I put hours into doing these quests, so I'm excited to win a spot. And now I'm considering selling the spot. I might do it. It would probably be I know this. It would be smarter to mint it and flip the wizard or hold the wizard or whatever. I don't know. I got a little time to make a decision here, but that is a decision I know a few people are facing right now. I'm hearing talk about whitelists behind the scenes, and I know there's people trying to get them. To yank. No, dude, I didn't see a rarity spreadsheet. If you don't mind sending, dude, that's awesome. I didn't know that was out there yet. So would love to see it. And so looking at Quantum Cat's down, dude, they're down to almost mint price. Wild. 0.118 Bitcoin is the floor. Basically mint price. A little more. You know, I can't say basically because 0.01 Bitcoin is still like $800. Like it's unit bias over here is a crazy thing. A lot of people expecting a dump on Quantum Cats after Taproot Wizard mint. I don't know. I don't think so. In fact, I think they'll hold stable. And what I think we're going to see is Taproot Wizards doing so well that Quantum Cats remain the only other way you get exposure to the ecosystem. And Taproot Wizards out of reach, Quantum Cats your way in. And by the way, Quantum Cats ain't done. Right? They're not done. And so I think people will be chasing that big time. Dude, this made my day. I think this made my week, actually. This is so fucking cool, man. Board Bill also got a spot here. Congrats, man. 2 entangled pairs. So, dude, for the price of 1 Taproot Wizard at mint, right, public sale or even the whitelist, he's getting 2 of them, 0.1 each. That is fucking awesome, man. And he learned about this stuff, or maybe he didn't learn about it from the show, but it clicked for him during this show, which is so cool. Like, I'll tell you, man, if there's a reason why I do it, it's very much that. It's to, like, share conviction and explain why I feel, like, why I do about very specific things. You know, like, I don't feel that thing about everything. I try to not be pumpy with stuff, but if I feel something special, I'll get a little pumpy with that because way too often I've had that rare feeling, the spidey sense moment with something, and I've done the sounding the alarm bells, and I hate seeing like friends miss it, you know. And I've always been told, hey, when you feel it again, do be as loud as you can, and so I always will. I always will. And this is one of those things I definitely feel it. Taproot Wizards are going to cook. Quantum Cats are going to cook. All that stuff. I know it. Deang, thank you very much, man. Here's a spreadsheet of traits and rarity from most common to rarest. Interesting. This might be hard to see, guys. Hang on. We could go full screen. Oh, dude, thank you very much in Abstract. Thank you. Yeah, the way you handled that fight was amazing. Dude, the bots are hilarious. The bots are fucking hilarious. Okay, let's see if we can go. Hang on, let me change this around. Let me see. I'm trying to format this. Okay. That'll work. Whatever. We'll make that work. Okay. Background, white's the most common. Fire, also common. Am I reading this right? Rarest is clouds and tulips. I'm not going to go trait by trait, I guess. I just want to see some traits. Robe pattern, spacesuit and moons is the rarest. The robe itself, spacesuit, ghost. Right hand, tungsten cube, tungsten sphere. Ooh, Mount Goxide in the left hand. Black cape is rare. Hoodie is rare. Good. See-through and alien are rare head types. Eyewear, Kobe glasses, and noun glasses, cool shit, are the rarest. And then beard, long gold, and bandana. Okay, we're going to get good rarity to play in here, which is awesome. Dude, I love it. I miss the days of rarity, dude, and it's why I like Good Vibes Club so much, too. The rarity is so good. In fact, I think that's one of the flagship kind of things of the collection is the rarity and traits are so good. It's so great. DeYank, thank you for that. So again, GG's to Board Bill. Again, that made my day just knowing that I know somebody's going to win big. And if the show helped him with that, that's it. That's the fucking best part. It really is. So awesome to see that. Whale.mocha tweeted out, I got to get a link to Jay Squiggle. Oh, all right, man, this show's moving. Why Taproot Wizards were minting next week and not a year ago when the market was cooking. Here's Udi from, this is like a year ago, I think. No, actually, maybe this is a recent conversation. Let's play it.
Day when ordinals had like this crazy run with node monkeys wanting to run Bitcoin. Why now? And what's kind of your take on the ordinals market? Where do you see it go in the
this is recent.
Next few weeks and months?
I think the answer should be obvious. If we launched this when node monks were at 1 BTC, and remember, this is a tiny collection. There's only 2,000 pieces. If we tried to launch it back then, literally the entire timeline, every single person in all the entirety of crypto would be trying to find a way into the whitelist or into people who don't, really care about what we're trying to do with Bitcoin. People who don't necessarily care about ordinals. People would really just want to flip. It would be extremely difficult to decide like who should be and who shouldn't be in that group. So we would have to just do an auction because there's no way to know who should have one, like who's the right people. And then we do an auction. The auction settles at like fucking 1 Bitcoin per wizard because ordinals are at the top. Maybe it settles higher because it's not, unlike node monks, it's not, it's not like a collection of 10,000, it's a collection of 2,000. So maybe when there's 100 or 200,000 people that are looking at ordinals because it's the hottest thing for over the week, then all of them, chasing each other to buy this. We sell it at the pico schmicko top. It sells and it never ever reaches the price again. So like from the point of buyers, people who actually want to buy this, then they're probably pretty happy.
I got to argue we could stop it there, but I got to say, people out there saying this is a terrible market to release products in, to mint a collection in. And I think it's like Udi's saying, I think this is the best market to launch something in. We launched our token, the Swarm, in this market. I think it's the best market to launch it in. You don't have that pressure, like so many face of minting in the euphoric part of the market, and everything is already at the tippity top, and it has one way to go at that point. That's it. You wreck all your holders. It's just kind of the nature of it. It's what happens. No, not the fault of the team at all. But you can't live up to that hype. You only get that hype when that hype is back, and that's a rare thing. Small windows of time we get that. But instead, you mint now when the people who really want to be in are in, right? It's a different time. It's like a more organic time. And then you get to like already be a holder when the euphoria comes. That's the best case scenario. Never a bad time for a good product. That's exactly right, dude. That's exactly right. The best time for a good product is like now. You really do curate a great community when you do that. So really looking forward to this. Yeah, the Yank. Yeah, I should, dude. Just being honest, I don't think I can come up with point two. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. But if there's a market for the whitelist, I gotta seriously consider that too. So we'll try it out. We'll try. Either way, yeah, I don't know. Either way, we'll figure that out. Cutie, good morning. And then back to Quantum Cat's final point here. But Udi being a bro and telling people, hey, Quantum Cats ain't done, man. He bought more. Do with that what you want. Right. By the way, don't forget, and this is maybe a nothing burger right now because of the way AI is, but don't forget that AI XBT has 2 Quantum Cats. Don't forget. Did he entangle them? Is he getting a Taproot Wizard? Is Udi just going to give him one? AI XBT is still like one of the top mindshare agents out there, and I think is going to see a nice upswing here at some point. He's great. He's in the swarm with the swarm, right? Where we'll be collabing with AI XBT. He will be rocking, I almost would guarantee it, a Taproot Wizard. It's going to get spicy out there. And again, Quantum Cat's not done. More traits to reveal. I think there's more coming. I think they got a token coming. And then speaking of tokens, I missed this. Who put this on my radar? Maybe Cats even. Somebody put this on my radar. There's a big update coming to Runes. A huge update. It's an update called Agents. It's going to allow for AMMs on L1 Bitcoin. You can trade these like a fungible token soon. You know what I mean? No more splitting these off into like batches and you got to buy a whole batch. No, sell a token, sell 100 tokens, sell 10,000. It doesn't, just sell them, trade them like you do fungible tokens. Game changer. Game changer. And I think Runes, let's double check, but I think Runes bounced a bit on this news. Yeah, look at that. A lot of green. A lot of green after that news. I still think Runes, look at dog at under 200 mil is crazy. I think Runes still have great potential. Great potential. And of course, I'm less sure than I was before, but I still see that scenario where they could do something really special. And that's the kind of update that can, put it on that path. So there we go. So I'm tempted to save GVC talk for Jay Squiggle here in a few. Let me get him the invite. Okay. Let's get him the invite. All right, I'm gonna grab a little coffee. Give me like 30 seconds. I'll give you some tunes. Appreciate you guys. Dude, the bots are so silly, dude. Bro, your reactions are on another level. Dude, that's the thing you got to do. You got to have reactions, right? I got to get a little more animated. And then, chat, can we get some hype for that play? So silly. Yeah, noun glasses. Oh, you know what? The Taproot Wizards are inscribed. We can look at the collection. So rarity we could have figured out already, too. I totally forgot about that. You know? I forget about that a lot because we don't look at them often. But it's a thing. All right, let me get an invite to J Squiggle. So I'm tempted to save the GVC talk for when he arrives, which is in 2 minutes, so might as well. Yeah, you know what? I'll jump ahead to a couple other quick points. Where's J Squiggle? Where's my bro? They got a big launch coming up, man. 8nap Art's got a big launch coming. Yeah, let me jump ahead then. We're going to save that for J Squiggle. Okay, we got a mint coming up here. Here's a couple quick things. All right, the group behind God Hates NFTs has an NFT mint coming. Okay, my bad. There we go. They got a mint coming. What is it called? What is this called? What? Did they drop a name? Oh, there we go. Manzano. Senor Manzano. Free mint on Solana. Probably put that on your radar for a free mint. It probably, you're probably winning something. By the way, Hoods, good morning. Mike Bennett, good morning, man. Great seeing both of you guys. So that's coming. Forgotten Runeverse, I think we touched on this yesterday, but still, why not cover it even a second time? Forgotten Runeverse going to be on Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, approved for development at least. What else? Shout out to Luke, El Dumbo, Top Shot guy, Dapper Labs guy, awesome fucking guy. We've had him on the Crypto Slam Clubhouse podcast before. Great guy. Idiot, too. I think he's in our idiots group. They got something coming with his Pie World collection. I think a physical game. Like a physical game that shows up in stores, maybe. But you'll get a discount on that if you hold one of his Pieland NFTs. I got one. Like him. An update on the Aiden Ross token. There was a big old issue with Mario Nafal's account, the Roundtable account, tweeting out a token, an Aiden Ross token. I think he's got somebody on his team. Excuse me, guys. Somebody on his team who's a scummy scammer. And, tweeted out, deleted, they tweet out like an apology, say something happened, right? It happened again. It happened a second time. So there's somebody on the inside, one of his team members, who's getting paid off to do this bullshit, and he's going to get fired and all that stuff. But there's some fuckery going on there, man. My goodness. Abstract update. They got a chain upgrade coming. This is coming on Monday here. Switching to Celestia for DA. I don't know what that stands for. Something abstraction, maybe. They said expect some slowness with transactions as that happens. So just a heads up about that. And I think that's it. Oh, yeah. It's time for our guy. It's time for our guy. All right, hang on. It is time for our guy. What's up, Jay Squiggle? Good to see you, man.
I'm living the dream, man. How are you?
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Exact same. Like, hang on. Hang on.
You can appreciate this while you're getting everything situated. Got that new mic. I was all happy last week. I didn't plug it in, right? I was using computer audio. So I went through a couple test runs before, and I'm...
Dude, that's
the cord
funny.
was not like plugged in properly, I should say. It's not like I completely forgot to plug it in.
Oh, shit. You got it now. Sounding good. Sounding great. Let's get you up on the screen here. How you been, dude? What's been going on with you?
Other than having FOMO about the Good Vibes Club that we talked about last week, I've been doing really well.
That's cool. Yeah. You got a lot going on, too. Okay, I saved Good Vibes Club talk in case you wanted to talk about it here. And if not, then that's all good, too. But, dude, that was pretty spicy.
Yeah, no, my son and I were looking at them, and there was one that was like very normal looking. It wasn't colorful, or it was like it was a little nerdy, which I am secretly. So I was like, all right, dude, let's buy it. We went to go buy it, and I mean, they're just flying like hotcakes. It was 0.15, so and it like sold right out from underneath me. He's like, all right, Jared. He's like, Dad, like let's get another one. And I'm like, then we start scrolling, and it's like buying punks, right? Like all of a sudden you start scrolling, and you go from like 30 ETH to like 72, and he's like, I want that one. I was like, you are not getting that one, right? Like I forget what it was, but it was something silly. It was like 0.19, and I was like, no, I'm not paying up above the floor for that. And then I watched him go down to 0.12, and I felt validated. I was like, yes. I go, all right, buddy, when you wake up from nap, we'll buy one. And then
and then it didn't happen. Yeah.
wah, wah, wah.
Dude, it's one of the coolest things I've seen in a long time. Like just traditional NFT. Dude, I want this guy. I like actually this speaks to what's so cool
It's
about
like
him.
Pharrell. It's got the Pharrell hat.
Dude, yeah. It's like I got traits that are my favorites, and I like them so much more than the others that I am willing to pay above, and I have. And like that's like the thing that's happening throughout the collection. There's like a very specific types people like, but then ultimately they all look great. Like if you settle for a floor, nobody feels like they're settling.
Honestly,
which is
that
cool.
red one with the red suit and the red hat is like ridiculously dope.
Oh, like I have a couple things that are like favorite traits. The red suit is one of them. It says beefy on it too, which is awesome. Like he's
Oh,
great.
interesting.
And what really got me there, I'll show you, man. Hang on, wrong one. What got me there is I saw somebody with a red suit and it had this like gradient purple like body, like his face, and I thought it looked so cool. Dead eyes and like white hair, or something like that. Actually, almost like that. But again, there's just certain looks. By the way, this looks like die with the most likes, and so
I was
like
about to
that
say,
one, I'm
like, it's like if you got a beef suit with that haircut, like that's dies with the most likes right there.
exactly. And he's like super rare, but as soon as he sold him, like that's him. But like this guy, like I love that. I think some of these
clean.
really stand out and look so unique. Just
Super clean.
great
Did I see
collection.
one with like X copy glasses? Or was
You
that an
might, because
honorary?
there's secret traits. There is like there's an X copy T-shirt that's not a trait, but there's it's a Max Payne shirt. Like there's stuff like that throughout this collection.
Yeah, I thought I saw one with like X copy glasses, and I was like, yo, like, because I got a I worked with Harvey Rayner on his chat fuckers, and I was supposed to get an honorary with X copy glasses, and I just responded late. But I actually minted
Oh.
one with X. I minted one.
Okay.
I was like, screw it, I'm gonna go to the minter and see if the minter gods really want me to have this, and
Nailed
they
it.
did. I was like,
Fucking
holy
cool.
shit! Like,
Well, so
this is
hang on. What are X copy glasses?
I'm trying to think if it's like, do you know like JPEG Summer, like where he's just got like those? I mean, it's literally like glasses that are like very angular, but not in like jagged, maybe, and it's got like the big X's on it.
Huh. I can't even picture it. What's the piece
Oh.
called?
I thought it was called JPEG Summer. You got to.
Let me see if I can find. Because then I I've seen enough that I might recognize them if I.
Yeah, click that. Go up. Click the blue one, then the lower right. Lower right. Yeah.
Okay. There's definitely glasses like that. I don't know if I've seen an X on them. There's like one with like lightning kind of pattern in it. Not sure if I've seen X's, but it wouldn't shock me. Everybody, like even now, a week later, like I'm still finding stuff I feel like I hadn't seen before. And I've probably had at this point, this is crazy, but like 30 hours, like not exaggerating, of like looking over traits, looking over rare stuff, like finding like little secrets in it. Like this is like the old days. It's crazy.
So that's what I want to talk about. Is like it's to me, this feels like an old school collection. It almost feels like a Clone X where you could kind of like dig into it. And there's like when I went through the metadata, there was like so much of it. And not in a bad way, but like in a good way, like which created a lot of variety and stuff feels rare or unique, but just the way it comes together, like that red suit with the red hat, I was like, yo, this is just like super clean, right? So I don't know. There's something like really fun about it. Like obviously like speculative. I mean, there's noun glasses right there for sure.
Yeah, they're cool. I don't know. You know what? If there's an X in there, again, it wouldn't
Maybe
surprise me. And it
somebody
might be a secret.
photoshopped it, right? But I was just like, yo, if that's the case, that's dope.
Yeah. See, there's stuff like that. Like, there's definitely glasses with patterns, but
Yeah.
it just means I'm gonna go dig and see if that's in there somewhere. The people have found stuff that, like, I found that there's 2 females that don't have a shirt on. They're topless, and it's not like it's a trait or something. It's just like a
Yeah.
little secret buried in there. And yeah, dude, tons of traits. And like the thing I keep saying that I think is so special about it, so many traits, and that can usually be a problem. Like so many that nothing is rare because everything is rare, and that's a problem that happens very easily. But I'm like, these are different where tons of traits, but then on top of that, there's very rare stuff that people chase because because the way they balance the rarity, that's where the time seemed to go is into curating of this stuff. It's super impressive.
And I would like to throw myself under the bus. I said prices would go up and post drop it would correct. So it was kind of right, and then I just rocketed off afterwards. But it was when I saw the floor at 0.5, I was kicking myself in the butt for not.
Yeah, more and more I think people are going to come in because you just can't replace that. Like it feels just pure and old school and all. It's like there's something really cool about them. They're really like I've missed those vibes. There's my squad there.
In addition to that, I think that was really cool is it's still on the timeline, meaning it wasn't just a bunch of people coming in to flip and speculate and make like a ton of money and then leave. They are vibing with it, and and it's not like people I would normally see. So it's good to see that like the timeline's still going. But
dude,
that's a good looking squad, man.
I like him.
I like the mohawk with the VR glasses.
He's cool. That's my newest pickup. I it's funny because I don't know if I had a favorite. I got this.
Is clean though.
He's so cool, right? I minted a gold one, like pretty darn rare, and I sold him, day 2, I think. And right away I saw this, and I'm like, okay, it's a gamble, but if this collection does well, hoodies. And I think people are overlooking them, and so I saw them. I'm like, I'm not going to pass the chance because it won't be there if these do what I think they're going to do. But it's like I had a different reason for each. I guess that's normal, but like I need one that looks like me, so I kind of
that one's you. I was like the first thing I saw.
It's definitely me. And then I was just looking for something that is like unique, stands out, and it was like this guy. Because the no shirt. I was like, there was something about the no shirt guys, and it was a different one that got me at first. It was like this two guys in particular that have the no shirt and the tattoos. But then they had gold headphones on, and I thought it was like the coolest look. And I chased him and I chased him and I could not get them. Like this guy here.
Dope.
And then there's another one that's yellow, but just like that. And I chased, and this is my experience, dude. I've been chasing stuff so hard, and it's like playing that old game of offers. Yeah, this guy here.
The little rainbow goggles was like pretty cool trait too.
Dude,
like right
yeah.
there.
Yeah, just like a cool twist on everything.
It was a next variant. Yeah, I think that's what was really fun. Is like there was stuff that was familiar, and then there was stuff that was like fun and innovative, and it just felt like it was it was a fun collection to go through. So yeah, I was it was awesome to have that, and just to be even though I wasn't partaking in it, I perused the collection a little bit, and then I was just been enjoying the timeline. And to your point of like you said, the good old days. And I forget who made a post about it. I don't know much about the creators, but they're talking about how the creators are like have been here. They're here with like for good intentions, and I think that one of the main takeaways for me was something of that nature, right? Like the people who have been here, because I also listened to, we do a little pod last night with D's, Rhinotic and Redbeard.
Okay.
And it's pretty cool because there was a point where they talked about rugs and meme coins and how, and I agree with this to some degree. They're like, yes, there's predators out there, but yes, like you got to know what you're investing in. And like, it was a really interesting dialogue because like the protective dad in me was like, screw you. Like these are predators. People shouldn't be taken advantage of. And then the other part of me is like, you know what, if you're going to go out and invest thousands of dollars or whatever you're investing, like you probably should know what it is and not just like aping into stuff. Right. Like, so there's like this really cool like dialogue. Anyways, I say that because then they kind of came back to like the good people and the people who've been around and the people who've been consistently building, and that paired with like the read earlier, and it just had a really good. I'll have to go find the post because I want to talk about it on my Friday show. But it was something that like it's one of the reasons why I vibe with you is like you show up every single day. It's why I like to co-host with Roger Dickerman. He shows up every single day. Like the good news is we've been around long enough that you can kind of see the good ones. And I guess that's kind of like my challenge to the audience is like ride with the ones you vibe with, right? Like I'm not saying like just because they've been here you have to ride with them, or I'm not saying just because they've been here like they won't do something silly, but I don't know, like it reminded me of like you and a few other builders who are just like, you know what, like you're doing the right thing, you're doing the right thing repeatedly, and I think it just plays out well on a long timeline. So
Dude,
cheers to you.
excuse me. Well said, and thank you. And again, well said. It's like that's the best part of that we've all been here years. You know, you've seen who is here, like who is like the community part that we all love. We know now who is that community, and it's just cool being in with the community with something fun again, man. There's the there's the topless lady again. There's two. I think I try chasing these. It's never gonna happen, but I think it's such a cool rare thing. I'm like I need that if I can get it.
That's funny.
It's funny. Dude, let's hit your stuff. I see all the awesome previews or outputs you've been tweeting. It's a great looking collection coming up. So first off, what the fuck's going on? What are you dropping? You teased us last week a bit.
Yeah, so Rich Caldwell, whose I think handle is CA from the Sky, is an amazing aerial photographer. I fell in love with his work for like what his PFP is he was capturing these container ships from like aerial photos. It was just like a really, really cool perspective. But you can see right there. So he's doing this. It's called The Art of Tennis. If you go to his website, it's like one of the main ones. But it's a 70-piece collection. The thing I like is actually, I have to be honest, I'm not the biggest tennis fan. I can't ever tell you I've watched a tennis match per se. But just his composition, the geometry of it, I'll be buying a few. These like go really well in pairs. So the intent is to either have one if you want a single court, if there's a color that resonates with you, or start doing some pairs. But yeah, there's a 70
I got
piece
lost.
collection.
Hang on. What was the site again? I apologize.
It's a CA from the Sky.
Okay.
.com.
Oh, cafromthesky.com. There we go.
And then if you there's the Art of Tennis up on the right, upper right. No pictures above the pictures. Yeah. So this is the entire collection, and like what's really cool about this is he's got like the traditional court, but I love how he captures colors, and then there's like the angularity of it. So, anyways, anybody who's interested, there's 70 pieces. We're gonna do the majority of them private placement, and they come with actually if you scroll all the way to the top. Yeah, those 4 pieces actually were just placed with seed phrase.
Oh wow!
So he bought that whole set, and we're trying to work through, some collectors and people who are inquiring about it and seeing about it. So, the intent here is they come with a signed print. It comes on like museum grade paper, so it will last for a very long time if taken care of. And that's kind of, this is coming out March 3rd is when the minting will start for private placements. Or sorry, did I say April 3rd? And then April 10th is when it will go public with whatever's was not privately selected. And it's exciting, dude. I'm honestly excited for this. And then I'm working with Corey Haber to curate his collection for early May. We decided to it was supposed to come out the 25th of March, but we decided to push that in order to just like really make it really, really refined. So I'm super excited for the coming months. And then, I talked to Patrick Amadon, his art's coming along really well. I have a couple inquiries with some artists. So, and then it's not finalized, but I'm working on a collab for 2026 with a museum, actually.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so
wow.
I'm hoping to lock down the artist here pretty soon to go visit the museum, but we're targeting like a 3 to 5 artist drop in 2026. It's a museum out of Mexico, so with the World Cup coming to North America, that set right there, the corners. This is the one that made me fall in love with the collection. So I think I'm going to probably buy 3 of those I'm trying to let some public like amass it before I just like cannibalize some pieces. But
Go ham and just buy up the collection yourself.
yeah,
Is this the thing you guys connected ahead of time and then he worked on the collection, or did he have this like ready to roll and then he was looking for like a partner to help
so
distribute?
in this one, a little bit of both, right? Like, so, and it really depends on some of them. Like, we're ideating around like a supercar collection too, which is really interesting. So I think he just has a unique perspective, but he had been working on the concept of tennis, and so we talked through it and were able to come up to an understanding, and then now he had all the pictures, and then I see this is just like what's really interesting because it's on its simplest form it's just a tennis court, but I've never seen tennis courts from the sky, obviously. So like it's just geometrically they're very clean, and then like again, like I'll play pickleball with my kids, right? Like so I never pay attention to the colors. Like if you even ask me what color is the pickleball court that I play on like every other week, I cannot tell you. Like I just literally paid no attention to it. So like it's just fun to see it, right?
I have a really dumb question. Holy shit. Are those photographs?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
So it's all aerial photography is his thing. So if you go back to his website, you have a million tabs, but go back to like just the the main site.
It's like it makes so much sense, and it just clicked right then.
And he did this really awesome 6529 meme that was like a clock, and every single number as it clicked over was a different like aerial photograph. Like so he had taken like we had talked about it, but he had taken like an aerial photograph of something that was like an 8, right? And so or a 9 or a 1. Like a 1's easy, but getting two circles together was like really hard. So yeah, he's you can kind of see it right there. Like he captured that jet ski doing an 8, right? Like
so
it's like
fucking cool.
Yeah, so that's his work is really awesome. And actually I found his work early on and then was fortunate enough to collect a decal. So he did this decal where with Deca where he had like 5 variants, and I minted one of them, got the one I wanted. But yeah, it's just he has this peculiar eye where it's like minimalist, super clean, but it's all art from above.
I love that when you mention his eye, like often when I'm looking at art, I realize that some people just view things differently. Like that's it. Like I've got the way I look at the world, and some people just see things. They're looking at the same thing and they see it so different. And dude, again, this just hit me here. I at first, there was a collection that is similar just in the fact that it's simple geometry. I think it was a Yazid collection that was on Tezos, and it was similar as far as it was just kind of, again, simple geometry and some lines. And I connected some dots there, but I instantly was thinking the whole time this was code. I think because of that. I'm like, it's code, it's, or even if it's not code, it's digital. It's digital. I didn't realize it was a photograph.
So I've talked to Ryan Krugman and obviously Rich and a few other photographers. And if you're not familiar with Ryan Krugman, he does like these, he's the guy who goes into abandoned buildings and takes like pictures and then has these, like he inputs like natural vegetation to like liven it up. But these photographers who do like geolocations, spend an inordinate amount of time researching. And that was one of the things that I found really interesting is, like, I don't know about you, but like, I don't know where to find a purple and gray tennis court, right? Like, so he spends like the amount of research being done on like Google Earth. And I mean, even this one, like the one with the light blue and red, like, I just think it's absolutely stunning. Like in
Is that here?
The next one up and to the left. Like just the corner of that red corner, and like it's like got this baby blue. If you go down, it's just like next to the green on green.
I'm so dumb. Maybe I'm colorblind.
Dude,
Is that this?
Yeah.
Is that blue?
I think it's a baby blue. At least that's the way my eye reads it.
Okay.
But like again, like if these are not photoshopped. These are real photographs. So or he might Photoshop some details to make them crisper, but like the colors are not Photoshopped, I should say. So this is just really fun, right? Like this is like that's a real tennis court somewhere that he photographed, and I think that even making that series of 6 just with these corners, this one actually reminds me of Love by Martin Grosser, and I think that that's like a really interesting dynamic there. Is kind of like, I'm gonna put a diptych or triptych together, and like and what's cool is I should say this is if you commit to a private placement, then you get to name the piece in the metadata.
Ooh, that's cool.
So I'm gonna buy 3, and then obviously for my 3 sons, and because one of my sons loves yellow, so I'm gonna do the yellow court with the corner, and then if you scroll all the way down, so the yellow one with the red corner is gonna be like just below it is one son, and my other son loves red, so I'm gonna do the red with the green corner, and then I have a third son who hasn't been born yet, so he's kind of screwed, and he gets whatever I give him.
That's awesome.
He better like blue.
I
That's
hope
all
it
I'm saying.
fits. But yeah, dude, that's awesome. These are cool. You're getting good like reception out there. People digging these.
Yeah. So I reached out to, obviously somebody like Seed Phrase a little bit earlier to do it, but I think we've placed almost like a quarter of the collection. So you'll start to see some like reserved signs come up on these, hopefully to create some buzz. But more than that, it's really just to get creative. And I collected so I got the decal, but then I collected my first piece because for the Paris Olympics, Rich did a series of tracks, but like all of the different tracks were predicated on like different Olympics. So it was like Barcelona and Atlanta in '96, this blah blah blah. Like was Barcelona '96 for the Dream Team, whatever it was. But like, anyways, I bought one, and just him and I had been talking before, but I just fell in love with like his aesthetic. There's something so clean and pure. I don't know how else to describe it, but like you could like on the surface say, yes, this is just a tennis court. Yes, somebody could go and take a photograph, but he's done it in a way that's very clean, and he's done it with a variant that screams to me this is something unique. So anyways, enough about Rich. Do you have the hard stop at the half hour today?
I do. Yeah, it's an everyday thing, which is a bummer. No offense, team, but it is. With the thing you see in this, I see too. I love this collection. Okay, what else do you have cooking? What else is going on in the art world that you want to hit on? There's one thing I want to bring up and get your take on.
So the 2 things that come up is there's still auctions going on for Delta Sauce and Red Rum. So if you have any interest, hop over to the website under the collections tab. You can find all of the ongoing collections and hop in and mint them. The one thing I will say is just in the market in general, I feel like I'm an eternal optimist, but you're seeing like there's 2 skulls of Lucci that sold this week, right? Otherworld sold his skull and mask pair for like 100 ETH, which was awesome. What's his name? Bob Lucas bought another one for 88. Now, not everybody can do that, right? So I'm not saying go out there and buy a skull for 100 ETH, but I think it's indicative of like this rotation and the reinforcement of like the skulls being the core group, and a rotation into like very elite collectors. We saw 3 autoglyph sales, which is like really impressive to me to see this. Like you hadn't seen an autoglyph move for 2 months, and all of a sudden, like the last 3 weeks, there's been at least one autoglyph sale every single day.
It still feels like it's Eli doing a lot of the placing of those too, which is so cool.
Yeah, and like again, I'm not going to speculate on autoglyphs and if they're worth it or not, but then you saw like a really colorful bold squiggle sell for 12 ETH. You saw a harmonic sell for 17.5.
Wow.
And then you saw another one get placed in a museum that was a ghost squiggle for 33 ETH. And what is that? So we're talking about good vibes and finding little nuances in the collection. The ghost squiggle is just that. right? Like, so there's a variant called a ribbed that there's only about 1,000 of them in the collection. But most people don't know this, but there's 10 different color backgrounds. And actually right there. So
Is that the ghost?
Well, just below it.
Right there.
So there's ribs around this chromey squiggle, and then the ribs can take on one of 10 colors. So not only are there 1,000 of them, but then, or like there's 256 colors is what I should say that the rib could take on, different shades of like from pure gray or like pure white to pure black. And there's only like, I forget the exact number, like somewhere between 5 and 10 of the like pure ghosts that fade into the background perfectly. So that's what's called a ghost, is like the default background is white. If you have a white ribbed, then it's called a ghost because it's like it almost looks like these colors just like floating in the background. You know, that's sold to a museum for 33 ETH, right? So I think there's, and then again, you can see here that's called a harmonic when the color of the rib equals the color of the background. It's now that gray, the default is not that gray. So you have to like, there's a toggle, I forget what it is, but where you can change the color of the background. But so cool. That sold for 17.5, the gray one. Yep, and the white one sold for 33. So again, I'm not saying like we're back, but there's some signs of people like loosening up some liquidity. I mean, so there you go. There's the basically the shades of harmonic, right? 10. I was right. I was like, yes. And you can see where that one particular one like fades away in like the third harmonic, right? So yeah. And that's kind of like, to me, like when you talk about like these old school projects, this is like the time where like there's all this nuance to projects and you could dig into algorithms or collections and find these little corners of it. And seeing both the ghost and which is a harmonic, and the other harmonic sell, it was indicative of like collectors are loosening up some stuff, like whether they had flipped their mask or, you know, for some liquidity or whatever the story was. It got to be, it's really encouraging to me. And again, I think there's a lot of dope art. Like I'm seeing a lot of dope art on Tezos. Like you saw a couple dragons sell last week. You saw some Acequia sell this week. You know, in the Acequia, like there's a CMYK, which is like arguably one of the most beautiful palettes out of Acequia. You know, it sold, somebody listed 2 of them at the floor. So there's still one that sold yesterday. I was thinking about buying both of them, but like, it's like one sold, another is like at a very reasonable entry price if you're, you know, looking for some Tezos and or Rich and Rick or Acequia like exposure. And it's just very encouraging to me to see, like, you know, I talked to a collector late Tuesday night. He's from Australia, so we connected late, and he bought a Pixel Dex by Kim Assendorf.
So cool, man.
And he's like that got him into Kim's work. So now he's looking at a monogrid, which is you know, OG Kim work on Tezos. So this sort of like resurgence of people like digging deeper into collections, it honestly, you know, it almost feels like a widening of the base, because, you know, there's those deep dives into XCopy, right? Everybody's an XCopy, not everybody, but like an XCopy expert, and they've done a deep dive into his Tumblr, and he releases new artwork. Oh, this is, you know, there's a lot of people who have a lot of extensive knowledge on XCopy. I feel like you're starting to see that into other collections. You know, like there's a run on Memories of Chi Lin this week by Emily G. So like, I think people are saying like relative value, and it's just again, are we back? No. But are things heating up? I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
That's it. You got to be able to feel when the energy's shifting. That, I mean, you don't have to. It certainly helps if you do, and starting to see little signs of it. Hey, even Raoul Pal got himself a new X copy in the past week. So
the new edition that came out, right?
So I thought it was an old one. Was there a new edition?
Yeah, it was edition of 42 that came out. I forget what it was called. It's called like corporate something or another. It's It's actually really dope.
They did an auction, right? There was an auction for it, I think, or like a raffle.
There was a raffle. There was a raffle, and it was 2 ETH, and then they were selling on secondary for 12. So
yep. Okay, I saw somebody flip that. That's not the one he grabbed.
Okay.
He grabbed. Gosh, and I'm.
It's RAOUL. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a one of his noteworthy. It was somewhere around like 20 ETH. I think ballpark.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that one. Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yep. What is the name of that one?
No, not off the top of my head. Bottom feeder. That's right.
Yep.
That one's dope. It's pretty fun.
Yeah. So yeah, just people back to collecting it. It feels pretty fucking great. All right, let's throw up the socials on the account and we'll get out of here. But guys, make sure you follow the great Jared J Squiggle at Jared_Poz POZ on X and his fantastic art platform. It's called 8nap Art. Follow at 8nap_art. Dude, thanks for joining. Like always, I look forward to this every fucking week, dude.
I tell your team to move the meeting back a half hour or something.
I just got to ask how badly I need to be there. It's like a 15-minute meeting, sometimes even like 5. I'm like, do you need me for that? Like,
yeah, I'm joking.
But it is what it is. Of course, you can follow us at CryptoSlamIO on X and follow our flagship AI agent. That is the Swarm_AI. You're going to see the Swarm in a swarm with virtuals and that good old guy, what is it? AIXBT. That I'm excited for. Can't wait for that. Guys, we have Zach XBT diving into that big old hack and this person who's doing all these like leverage positions on Hyperliquid. He's got a deep dive into that. There's a lot of cool shit coming up to talk about.
Zach's a genius.
He's a madman, dude.
I love his content.
Yeah, dude. He's like he's a special dude. He really, really is.
Yeah.
There we go, guys. 2 p.m. Eastern time. I'll see you on the Swarm Report. We'll get into AI. Guys, have a great day. We'll see ya. Peace.